time to light it up officially. J5 Clothing Company, better known as Johnny 5 Clothing, is now the exclusive licensee of all official X-Lights merch. Head up xlightsmerch.com to grab pixel perfect gear like a Lighting Nerd snapback, the Don't Cross the Data hoodie, and the Sequencer Squad graphic tee, all designed for the community, by the community. And for our diehard donors, we've got exclusive limited run items just for you. Colorways, tags, and designs you won't find anywhere else. Wear it proud because you made this possible. Every single purchase you make sends 100% of the proceeds directly back to X-Lights, the open source engine behind your favorite light shows. So rock the gear, fund the future, and show the world what it means to be part of the Pixel family. Go now to xlightsmerch.com. Powered by J5 Clothing Company. Style for the season, support for the software.
What's up, Ryan?
What's going on? That was totally different.
Yeah, we try to change it up. I showed you the video last night. Come on now.
You did. It was good. I liked it. I wasn't expecting it here, so it kind of threw me off. I got like 1,000 things going on, so.
I know, Brian's a little busy. Actually, I've been a lot busy too. But we said we were going to do this no matter how busy we got. So
that's true. That's true.
So we're going to do it. So today, well, actually, we'll talk about that in a minute, what we're doing today. How many times have you been fishing since last week?
A lot. A lot. That's what's nice about coming into work, on California time, because I don't have to be here till 10 o'clock. So we take off, leave the house at 7, go fish for a few hours, come back, go to work.
Yeah. I'm tired. I haven't slept. I don't know why.
Well, what do you got going on? Other than everything.
Everything in the world. Running this shit show, and Faye has a birthday party coming up, so the backyard's got to be fixed up.
Oh, there you go.
I'm building a new deck and a outdoor kitchen out of scraps from my shed. And then I built like the kitchen part, and now it's like, oh, let's put a counter on it. What? They want $1,700 just to put a stone counter on the outdoor kitchen?
Holy cow.
Yeah. So I'm like, nope. So then I was like, maybe I'll do a concrete top. But I started watching all those videos, and I'm like, nope. So then
do your own oh, go ahead. You're probably going to say it. Huh?
I'm doing butcher block. It's the most cost-effective way. I'm just going to put in epoxy.
I was going to say, yeah, do an epoxy top. That's where I was going.
Well, I can't pour a whole yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Would be crazy. It'd be probably super expensive. Because I have like 3 8-foot tops I need to do, basically.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, and that's pretty good size.
Yeah. So I'm just going to coat the butcher block in it and make it easy. I only have a couple weeks for that, and I'm not here all the time. I'm hoping to go to the Ohio Mini if flights go cheaper. So.
Oh, that is coming up. Oh, I just got asked. I had a text message about the Southwest. Oh, for crying out loud.
When's that one?
And the phone call. I don't know. Who's putting on the Southwest Holiday Lighting Experience Mini on August 23rd? I don't know. Do you know anything about it?
I know they did one last year, but I don't know. I haven't heard the details for this year.
I thought they already did a spring one.
No, that was the SoCal Mini. This is the Southwest. It was started, I think, last year.
I'm going to have to, you know what? I got to take down my Chiefs Kingdom flag over here, and I got to put a calendar up because I never go to the website enough to keep track of it because it seems like it's changing. Yeah, it's messaging me. Oh.
Is James messaging you too?
Oh my God, he was earlier. Oh man.
He's like, don't ignore me. I see you looking. Hi, James. Hey, James, you know how I just mentioned my daughter's birthday party? I got some stuff I have to ask you from my wife, not from me. But so be ready. Don't ignore me. So, yeah, how's your fishing been?
It's been good. Caught a monster largemouth yesterday, which we only have like 3 places in Montana to go for largemouth. Luckily, one is on base at the Powwow Pond, and you can't keep any of them because they're stocked to keep down the goldfish population because people don't want to flush goldfish down the toilet anymore, so they take them and dump them out at the pond. So, but there's some monster sorry, I'm working on packages. So there's signs up all over the place, catch and release bluegill and oh dude, the bluegill I caught yesterday was bigger than my hand. It was freaking huge.
Really?
Yesterday morning, yeah. That's when James was messaging me. I think I sent it. I don't know if I sent him a picture of it or not. Oh yeah, I sent him a picture of the bass that I caught and then the 2 bluegill on my double rig. I had one on each one. It was a good day of fishing, although it's raining today, so we're going tomorrow. I'm gonna get up at like 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning? Why?
So we can leave the house at 5, be there at 5:30, start fishing from 5:30 to 9:30, and then go home.
Yeah.
And then go to work.
All right. Well, we've been bullshitting for 7 minutes. You want to actually start the show? We actually have somebody waiting for us.
Yeah, do it so I can continue working on my stuff.
Jesus, Brian.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
This is a Matos Designs production.
And I am not done. Mark my word.
I like your line. I like your prices. There's a problem. There's no guarantee on the box.
You can't hang out with chickens and expect to soar with eagles. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? An electrician got your light works up.
And now your hosts, JR and Brian.
Oh, we can handle it. We're professionals.
So we got a great episode today going. We're going to talk to Devon about the DV lights, the display he puts up, go into that whole stuff we started this show with, just ask people questions.
And he
great.
actually has a Christmas in July.
Yeah, we did an interview
YouTube.
with him.
For
his YouTube
that's getting
channel.
ready to air, I believe, next week. But he'll enlighten us on that. So,
the other cool thing is, I was going to bring this up before, but then I totally forgot until we watched the intro. We might have some cool B-roll for a future Super Bowl and World Cup to add into our intro if all things go well. So that's going to be pretty cool.
no.
But let's bring Devon up.
Are you bringing him up? Because
Yeah.
I'm working.
You're busy. You're busy
Yeah.
doing things.
Elijah is killing me.
Oh, that's good.
That's good because customers will be happy and hopefully my emails slow down. Hi, Devon.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
All right.
I just told a customer I am like a duck on a pond in a tornado. So
I don't know what that means, but hey.
I'm just trying to hold my ground.
God.
All my Midwesterners know.
I'm learning redneck words as we go here. So we're doing the regular show, and I lost half of the. There we go.
Oh, I don't even have
Page.
Oh.
Now I got the second and third.
I don't have a screen to put it up on, so I'm gonna wing it.
Brian, Mr. Notebook.
You're so old school. My gosh. What are you, a boomer?
Easy there. Not. But I am 40. So I'm getting there.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So, my name is Devon, and I am the owner of DB Lights, operator, whatever you want to call it. DB Lights is a all volunteer display, public display that I do for the city of Lebanon, New Hampshire, which is a very small city, and it's only considered a city because of how many people live there. But it's again a free public light display that I put on, and I've been doing it for the city. It's 8 years.
Nice.
But yeah. So.
No, I know what we have talked about before, and I watched the YouTube video that you sent me. You want to elaborate why you're doing the show that you're doing, if that's okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So back in God, I want to say 2015. I was doing a home display. That's when I started doing home displays at my parents' house. And I just did it for a little, or I think one season, and then that next season I just went crazy and bought everything and attempted to put it up that next season on my house, and it didn't go well. So I was like, I want to give back, and I want to do something where I have all the space to do it, I have the time to do it, and so forth. So that's when I reached out. I think it was 2017-ish. I reached out to the rec department in Lebanon, and I asked if I could light up an area, just kind of spread cheer and so forth. But in 2013, I lost my uncle in a car accident, and I wanted a way to remember him and show people who he was to us, kind of through the lights. And that's kind of where it started and sparked from. And so that's a simple version of it without me bawling my eyes out.
That's why I said, is it okay to bring up? So I didn't want to touch on something too emotional.
So when you started this display, did you do animated lights originally, or was it just like a traditional display?
It was like 50-50. So it was, the first year was traditional static display, and then I got in a Mr. Christmas, used that a little bit for 1 year, just to kind of see what it was like without fully synchronizing it. And then the second year of doing a display publicly, that's when I started using LOR. And so
nice. Nothing wrong with a Mr. Christmas. I used one of those a lot. I think when Brian was here, I even showed him my Mr. Christmas. Be like, this is my Mr. Christmas. This is my nails as fuses. I don't recommend doing that. That is not a recommendation. I'm just saying.
I think that was the first and only time I've ever seen a Mr. Christmas. Oh, and that reminds me, the Smithsonian called. They wanted to have that for display over there. So
thanks.
But
so was there anybody online or anything that inspired you into doing like the animated light shows or anything?
Yep. God, I forget who it was, but a lot of the OGs that you saw on YouTube that uploaded stuff, LOR shows, and I saw it and I was like, wow, I want to do that. And that kind of like everyone in this industry, that's kind of where it sparked originally, was just a love for seeing that and being like, that's pretty neat. I want to try that. Took me a while, but yeah. So.
It's definitely fun to get into. I'm bringing up the questions now. Where are we?
We got one more question before speed round there, Brian.
Awesome. Okay.
all that deep staring into the camera, I thought you were bringing up the questions and reading them.
No, I've been. I got Messenger here. You guys are down here. Orders are here. Shipping labels are up here. So yeah, we got it all going on today.
If you get the right angle, I could see it all on your glasses.
I know. You know what? We ought to start having.
What is on Brian's screens?
Yeah.
That could get dangerous.
Oh yeah. Let me move some stuff around so nobody sees what I got going on here.
Anyway, do you want to ask the last one before speed round, or do you want me to?
What coming there? It's like a miracle. We just got cured.
So, how does your family handle your hobby? Or it's not really a hobby anymore, but
no. At first, it was more 50-50, I would say. Half of it was very supportive, and the other half was like, this is kind of ridiculous or insane, they thought, and didn't think it would get as big as it's gotten. And that's kind of, but now it's mostly just all good. So
sweet. So you know what time it is, Brian?
It is time for the speed round.
All right.
Intro. That's all I got. I'm done.
Do you want to handle this part since I've been talking the whole first half, Mr. Brian?
Okay, here we go. So, Devon, what we're going to do is the speed round. Tell us about your controllers, pixels, AC lights, how many of each, the scheduler, the count, the voltage that you're doing, including 110, your pixel pigtail preference, and then any other useful hardware that you want to throw in there. And go.
all right, controllers. Right now, I think up as far as the lighterometer goes, I am up to, I believe, 15 LOR controllers. And then this year I got a Pixel controller, and I'm trying out Pixels for the first kind of time. I've tried out Pixels from LOR before, but it hasn't worked out the best in my opinion. So I kind of want to ease my way into like synchronizing them. So I decided to get one that's easy to control on and off and just set a specific theme or color and go that route. Software, LOR software is what I'm using currently. It's, for me, it's easier than what other like X-Lights is and stuff. I've tried both. I know X-Lights works for both Pixels and LOR, but I found myself using LOR a lot smoother. Pixels, lights count, not many pixels. This year is 100, so we'll see how it goes, but unless I get more.
That'll change once I get the order done for you.
As far as LED goes, this year we're up to 500,000, so 500,000, I believe, is our goal.
Are they all LED or are they all incandescent?
All LED. I might have one item that's like a blow mold or something that I have in the display that's incandescent. The city is actually requires me to use all LED as much as possible because, you know, it's more convenient and cheaper. But voltage 110, and I guess I can't really say much about pigtail preferences. So, but.
Vampire plug.
Yeah, he doesn't know that there's different pigtails. He's a newbie. There's X-Connect.
That's what I'm using now.
Yeah.
See, and I was going to say M-Connect because that is the latest and greatest.
Yeah, but that's still too new for everybody to have.
It is.
Enough people. There's not enough people to get them and tell the internet that they're the best thing in the world.
True.
We could tell them all the time, but we sell them, so people were like, "Yeah, probably not." So, so anything useful that you put in to your display hardware-wise, like something that nobody else really thought of?
I'm trying to think. Not yet. I'm working on a few things this year that I've seen similar stuff happen in other displays. I'm not going to say exactly what it is because I'm saving it for my fan base, but yeah, I'm building some stuff that I don't think many other people, at least that I've seen, do it. So or
Cool.
use it. So
Very
Very
cool.
So, since you're not really into the pixel world, our next segment, the hot or not, is going to be very unique for you because normally our hot or not is about pixel stuff. But I have some questions. Brian's probably going to be like, huh? Because I don't think Brian uses anything that's not pixel related. So, here we go for hot or not. What do you think of the new Home Depot, like new blow mold stuff that like bolts together?
I would say it's in the middle. I think it sells really good, so I'd put it as a hot item. Based on what I've seen for sales, I mean, I myself bought some of those big bulbs they had last year. So, but yeah, I would definitely say that's a hot product. And I think especially the bulbs, how people have been converting them because they're battery powered, and I don't know why they made that decision, but
You good?
Yeah, no. I was looking to see if anybody else had a question, but Bobby wants to see you at the Ohio Mini. Or is he talking about me?
Oh, I think he was talking about you when you were still.
Oh, that was a
talking
while
about-
ago when I said
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was
try to
that was
go.
a little
Never
while
mind.
ago.
See, this is why I don't do the chat comments, and Brian does, but he was too busy not looking in there.
I am. I'm on it now because
Hey, look at this.
Dave. I think he's a new watcher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're all LED lights too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a ton.
that's
of
gonna be
them.
pretty impressive. Brian, you got anything for hot or
Yeah.
not?
Well, I was going to ask about, because you said you had a couple blow molds, what your opinion is on freshening up blow molds with the airbrush, painting them.
oh, I think it's unique. I think for the most part, though, blow molds were meant for, like, how do I want to word this? More of the older style, like traditional kind of displays that you used to see. So that kind of pulls from it, I think. But they're not horrible. I would definitely use them if I was to get them.
Oh, so you have no blow molds?
I have a few, but they're older and they need to be repainted themselves. But
Yeah,
I've got
most places have
some that
stopped
were-
making the real blow molds.
yeah.
Now we have China blow molds. But original blow molds were pretty much all made in the United States. And the last factory was in Virginia, and it went out of business. Oh, geez, a while ago now, like 4 or 5 years ago. And then there was like one that bought like molds there and tried to start making them, but then they were too expensive, and that really didn't take off. So, and then now all the new ones are China blow molds. So it's a little different. Yeah, I am a fan of blow molds. I have some here in my display for my show and at the shop, waiting for a new place to put more shit out. So we'll see that. Oh. Anything else, Brian, for hot or not?
That's it.
All right.
All
We're going to go into talking about all things about your display. I'm going to try to figure out what person thing. I should really set up scenes, huh, Brian? Anyhow, going into the deep
like our
discussions.
faces are really big.
Don't ever do that again.
The deep
Brian.
dive. You didn't like that? Come on.
No.
The pretty hazels. I can't show them off.
Right there, you look like Santa Claus.
I know, right? I just need to get some. Need to get some
Sure.
whiteness.
It's getting there. I see it.
It is. You know, I used to, since you brought this up, I used to blame this on the kids and the Chiefs and the Kansas
My
City
fault.
Royals, but there's a lot of these that are new from Matos Designs.
Yeah.
Anyways, Devon,
They're
so
probably
deep.
they're probably from me and customers. Who knows? Anyways, let's go into more of the deep dive about your display. What do you think is the most popular prop you have out there?
Oh man, I would say at least in the past few years, the current years, I've been doing a lot more interactive photo op areas, and those seem to be the most popular props within the display. Before that, it was just the like before it was again 50-50, so half of the display was synchronized and the other half was static. The synchronized portion of it was the big draw, and now it's all completely synchronized for the most part. So
That's cool.
I think
Nice.
out of the recent years, it would have to be the photo ops. And I did do a tunnel a few years back, and people, that was their favorite thing, and then it didn't go well after that, and I couldn't bring it back, unfortunately. But
I had a mega tree as a tunnel, but I had the mega tree laying on its side, and that's where people came in. That was during COVID and 2020 and all that, where they could go in and do video messages to their loved ones with the lights going on around them. And that was really popular. I was out there handing out candy canes and filming people at the same time. So
I don't know if it was considered a tunnel. It was more like a cave.
it would, well, no, well, it would, yeah, kind of, yeah. It was a little bit because I had icicles going down the sides, and then I had the strips for the mega tree strips on top.
And it got smaller as you went in. Farther.
It did go smaller as you went in.
There was no exit.
6 foot, went into 4 foot, and then there was no exit. So it was one way. So have you ever had, and this probably might be a little bit bigger question because now you're in the park, but have you ever had any neighbor issues with your display? Yeah. And how did you handle them with whatever the issue that was?
Yep. So I constantly now, as a public display, constantly get people who, I'll get like 90-ish% of people who see it and stuff like it. And then we have that little 10% or so that complain about something, whether it's a way I put something up or light color or freaking so obviously we have snow up here, and in the winter when it's tear down season, I cannot tear every single thing down within the week after that we shut down. So a lot of it ends up staying up until a majority of the snow either melts, or it's mostly when like we get a lot of ice underneath and we have extension cords going everywhere that get stuck, and I don't want to try to cut them out and then potentially hit them with a shovel or something, make it worse. So I just leave it up there, and we've gotten a lot of, some of it was just feedback and questions like, why do you leave it up that late? And some of it was more nasty and harsh than I wanted it. But of course I work with the rec department, so they end up getting all of the general reports about it. So I have to be the one that has to like apologize to them. So it's weird how it kind of works out.
A little tip, something I've learned from doing some commercial displays, is make like a waterproof sign. So once you start taking stuff down and then stuff stays, you put this sign up close to the sidewalk where people can read it, just saying that we're in the process of taking stuff down, but due to the weather, some of the items are frozen into the ground, and as soon as we're able to remove them, we will, but that's why it's still up. Then people won't have anything to complain about because they know exactly what's happening.
Yep.
So that always helps.
I do a similar idea. I put up a sign when we're setting up in the fall, and that just says, hey, we're doing this. So if you see anything that doesn't look normal, or,
work in progress, leave us alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
kind of. I put signs up like that at the beginning, but never get to putting one up at the end. So that's a good tip. I'll have to do that this year.
So tell us a little bit about the evolution. Like, what did you have out there when you started, and like, what do you have out there now? Like, how much room of this park or so you taken up?
So there's a few answers to that because when we first started, it was at a different location. It was on a little pedestrian mall where I decorated at first. That first year, I decorated the middle garden beds areas, and that was it. And then the next year, I would add on to it. I started with a very tiny mega tree that was probably 10 feet, so it wasn't even really a mega tree, but and then a few light up yard decor stuff, and then wrapped lights around some trees, and did one of the storefronts on the mall, and that was it.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Um,
And every tree is a mega tree. You just might have mini mega trees, small mega trees, medium mega trees. Every tree is a mega tree.
yeah, and then when I moved over to a library because that mall that I was doing it on was had it used to be a railroad tunnel going underneath it, but they were redoing it for a walking tunnel, and they had to tear down half of that mall. So there's not my space that I was used to anymore to
Oh, wow.
up. So I had to change locations to the other side of town to a library, and pretty much did the same thing. That was the first year I went synchronized. I had a bigger mega tree. I had an arch, and then did all the trees, and then had a walkthrough portion of it, which was just all static, and then did it there for 2 years. And then the next year I did the tunnel and made it more loopy in the walkthrough. People could walk through the tunnel, and the synchronized part was pretty much the whole back of that library at that time. And then they were like, the library that was like, we love it, but we've been getting complaints about the lights being synchronized, and it's just too much for us to handle, which I was handling it all. So that never really made any sense to me on why they said that, but they were like, you can come back next year, but you can only do this one tree, and that's it.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I'm not doing it then. So I moved back to the mall that I started at originally, did it there for another 2 years. And then not this past season, but the year before, I went to a bigger common park area, and started with, which has, I like to say it's 4 parts to the park. And it has all these walkways that go through it, leading up to the middle, which is this fountain. And I like to code it to each section of the park. And I started out with half of it, and then this past season, we had some, not complaints, but people say we loved it, but it was just not enough for that area. So they were like, can you stick to a smaller area, but put more, and that's what I did, and it worked out. And then this upcoming season, I'll be using the entire park for the first time.
Wow. So if you started out fresh today, clean slate, what would you do differently?
Oh boy. Probably the way I go about a lot of like setting up it. Sometimes I just go for it and do a half-ass job, and then I have to go redo it a month down the line or whatever. So I think if I could change anything, it would definitely be that. And more surveillance. I'll get into why probably later on why I would do that, but I think that's the things I would change if I started it fresh.
So, you've been into this hobby for a long time. What is your top 3 light shows you would travel to go see, and why?
Hmm. Oh, I would have to say all the popular ones that I know, but High Country Lights in VA, and he's somewhat close to me. I mean, he's still like 10 hours from me, but one day I want to make it there. And I'm trying to think of names for other ones. I should have done this before, but
High Country Lights, I've seen their stuff. They do an amazing job. It's very cool.
yeah.
I like his stuff.
The Larson family, I don't know if they're doing it anymore, but last I saw of them doing it was 2 years ago, maybe.
Okay, there's a lot of Larsons in this hobby for some reason.
Yeah,
Even
there is.
Even a guy named Larson. But you're talking about the big house. They were on
Yes.
Light Fight with the
Yep.
globe on top.
Yep.
So now he doesn't do them on the house. He does like this. I call it like a drive-in show.
Yeah.
And a lake in front of it and like a facade. Yeah, he still does that. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. And then there's one that's in New York State. It was featured on, it wasn't the Great Christmas Light Fight, but it was the TLC.
Oh, that show, that old show.
Yeah. I can't remember the name, but it was set up around his property, and in the middle of the property was a pond, and it was just gorgeous with the lights.
Yeah, I remember that. That's the show that actually got me into doing lights, which I don't know if it still airs or where to find it, but it was a really good show for like
I used to watch that
Christmas stuff. It was good.
So, best advice that you could give to somebody new coming into the hobby, what would it be?
I feel like there'd have to be a lot of people, or at least myself, like I get stressed very easily when it comes to the display.
Don't we all?
Yeah. I would, like, in rushing through stuff, I would say to people, if you have an idea, take your time with it and not just be like, okay, I want to do this, and then just start buying a bunch of stuff that you think you'll need to build it or whatever. Because like my first few years, that was me just buying lights and lights and lights and lights, but nothing planned for them, or I'd buy them for a specific prop and then build the prop wrong and then not end up putting it out. So I feel like
that makes sense. Like have a plan before you go buy stuff.
Yeah.
I was in the same boat. I would go to Lowe's and stuff when I started this and just literally buy everything they had. And it was.
Yeah, I think we've all done that more than a time or two.
Just a little bit, huh?
Yeah. It's a very common thing, I believe, in this hobby anyways.
Yes, for sure. What do you think is the next must have prop that's coming out?
I mean, obviously right now pixels are like superior, and lots of people are moving towards pixels. So I would say anything with pixels, even if you're like me and don't know anything, because a lot of pixel shows are getting more famous than traditional AC lights now. And I guess DMX too. If you put anything with DMX in your show, that's something that's taking off, and projection mapping.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, projection mapping is like That and drones,
Yeah,
are two of the newest things.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got the funds. Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to do drones for one of our openings, but nope.
I hear that from some people.
It's
So-
expensive.
A little bit. Any awkward or funny interactions that you've had with people coming out to see your show?
Not so much during the show because again, I'm not always there when it's running. But when I'm setting it up in September or October or even sooner, depending on what I have to do with the scheduling of setting up and stuff, people coming up to me and asking me the same question over and over again that they probably ask everyone everywhere. Why are you putting these up right now? We have 3 months to go or 4 months, and it's people that just don't understand. I find pretty funny, but I think other than that, there hasn't really been any that I've noticed anyways. I need to start going to my own display more often. When I was at the library, I used to, because it was so close to me, I used to be there almost every night greeting people. But now that it's at a bigger area and it's not as busy at one time, it's kind of just like I sit at home, and if people have questions or anything, they send me a message on our Facebook page, and then I try to answer it. But so I haven't.
We have a question from Dave. Do you do any Halloween stuff?
So I used to do haunted houses, and then it was right before I started this display that it's a funny story. So I would try to do a haunt at any house, whether it was mine, and the town would try to shut it down. They did not want any part of it, even if it was a small yard haunt or garage haunt or anything. They did not want me doing it. So I kind of was like stepped back from that, and now it's just Christmas. But I still love Halloween and try to decorate the inside of my place as much as possible.
And then the other part of his question, he asked if people use mega trees for Halloween. I turned mine into a dragon. I put wings on it, the dragon head. Brian made me the model. So yeah, you could use your mega tree for Halloween. Just turn it into something, or use it as a mega tree. I used to have a pumpkin on top, but the dragon was my favorite thing to do with the mega tree.
There was a lot of conversation with me in the rec department when I first started about doing a Halloween display with just lights, but then it ended up never coming to fruition. But
so, what is your dream prop? Like, if you could get any prop out there, what would be something you want for this display? I feel like Brian knows the answer.
Don't worry, I'm taking notes just in case I was wrong.
Anything DMX, moving heads, and I have incorporated this year fog machines into it using LOR, so not DMX, but I figured out a way to kind of hack into the system and make them operate. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but anything bigger that's more commercial based, since I do have a public display and most of what I have is just handmade or store bought, and I would like to get more into more of a professional looking display than just, a smaller built one. Nothing like specific.
Very cool. So now your display is pretty special. That it is all based off donations, right?
Yes.
So you want to tell us a little bit about that stuff?
Yeah. So when I went into this, I was like, I don't have the money, like any of us when we get into it. And still, like, I don't have the money. But doing it as a public display, I thought I could get sponsors in for this. I could get product donations from whether it's stores or people that have lights that they don't longer use, and they'll donate them to me. And yeah, so our display is 100% built off sponsors, donations, any sort of donation or sponsorship. That's how we get the money to build everything and so forth.
Very cool.
That is awesome.
One thing I found, I used to work for a nonprofit that did a display. And if you are, I think it's a 301c. Well, if you're an official nonprofit, you could go to your local like Lowe's and Home Depot, and each month they have a budget they're allowed to give in gift cards to nonprofits.
Yep.
And we used to go and pick those up every month, try to be the first ones to ask.
Yeah, so it's a little different because I'm not, as of right now, I'm not officially a nonprofit within the state of New Hampshire. I do it as a volunteer for the city. So everything either has to get put through an official sponsor, or if I happen to get donations from people who feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
And, which it has to be one of my biggest challenges. And I've tried to go the nonprofit route, but I'm getting a lot of feedback from family and friends and people who own nonprofits themselves who are like, you don't want to do that because you're just going to dip into kind of a bigger hole as far as like taxes go and trying to organize it all.
The nonprofit right is probably the easiest way to do it, and the taxes stuff you just got to have a tax person do it and keep the money all separate, have its own bank account, do all that stuff, and then you could actually give somebody a receipt when they donate something so they could use it as their write-off, which then will entail more places, more businesses and stuff will actually give you money, or even a sponsorship will be considered a donation to the nonprofit.
Yeah.
And there's some companies that have a certain amount of budget each year that they can give to nonprofits.
Yeah.
So
when I the first year I started, I went to Home Depot and asked for a gift card or a donation.
Yeah.
And all they, at least my location, all they requested was a letter of support and confirmation that I'm doing it from the rec department, or they would call the rec department and be like, is this person doing this, and so they know, and then
for confirmation.
And it worked out. And then there's times like this year was very difficult because there's a time like a month and a half ago, I thought I wasn't going to be able to do this year's display because I couldn't get the proper amount of sponsors. And there's one project I'm working on that is going to cost a boatload of money. And I just couldn't find sponsors for it. And then I came across a sponsor who was like, yeah, we'll cover whatever you need, but we can't make it out to you. So I had to find a official sponsor, and the one that I've used in the past changed the rules on how they do it and how I get the money, and it was a whole 9 yards and didn't work out for me, and I had to decline their offer about being my official sponsor this year, and I had to kind of rush to find one. Not that I didn't have time, but project I'm building, so it got messy there for a second. But
Yeah.
So occasionally I'll deal with some hiccups like that. But other than that, for the most part, as far as these sponsors and donations go and all that, it's been pretty well worked out and stuff.
Yeah. But if you went the route of an official nonprofit, it might be easier for you to get stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're on to the next segment. You ready for this, Brian?
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire questions? We haven't done these in a while.
I'm ready. We have not, and I was just reviewing them. Like, man, what am I going to ask?
Oh. Let's go for the rapid fire questions. I also have those printed out, Brian.
Oh yeah, I got them up
Printed
on my
them.
screen. They're on screen number 1.
All right. I'm going to go with my first one I've been doing for I don't know how many years. What color is your toothbrush?
Blue and white.
Basic.
I think you froze. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he did.
There we go. Now you're back. All right. Hey.
Hi.
So if aliens landed today, what's the first thing you'd say to them?
Oh God. Honestly, I don't know.
Hi.
Hi.
Makalaka peace night.
Yeah.
If a Smurf chokes, what color does he turn?
Dark blue.
Dark blue.
I don't know.
What's the worst possible name for a pet?
Oh man. No offense. I want to say food names. Depending
Say
on
what?
the food, because like there are some odd named food items out there, and if you're calling your animal that's
You mean if you have a pet chicken, you shouldn't call it Nugget?
yeah. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Come here, dinner. Come on, dinner. Time to eat dinner.
Why do round pizzas come in square boxes?
That's a good question. I don't know.
If you could I thought you were going to follow up with that. If you could rename Monday to anything else, what would it be?
What? I heard like half of that.
Oh, if you could rename Monday
Oh.
something else, what would it be?
Mm. Oh God.
I'd probably call it that too.
Yeah.
All right. I got my last one. You get your last one ready, okay, Brian?
All right.
Would you rather sneeze confetti or hiccup bubbles?
Sneeze confetti.
Right. If you had to sing karaoke right now, what song would you choose?
Cruise by Florida Georgia Line.
Nice.
You know, that's my son's favorite song to play in my truck all the
Just
time.
because it's a meaningful meaning to me, so meaningful song to me. So
Very cool.
like my go-to song for anything.
Right on.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all we got.
Hey, before we go with the wrap up, can we talk about your Christmas in July that
Yeah.
you're doing and the YouTube channel and everything that it's going to be on?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's actually going to be on our Facebook page, DB Lights, or you can search up facebook.com/Christmas Light Shows. It's going to be happening starting next Monday, the 21st, and runs through next Friday, the 25th. It's a week-long event with interviews and giveaways and a special announcement and about our display this year and so forth, and some trivia questions and so forth. So
Very cool. And how could somebody donate to your display?
yeah, I have PayPal, Venmo, or if they want to send a direct message to my personal page, they can donate through Facebook Pay. Or if they are really old school and they're locally, or they can send cash or checks or any of that. So my most popular forms is PayPal and Venmo. So
Very cool. So yeah, if
And-
you're looking to donate, hit up his Facebook page and send him a message if you want to help his display. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We're going to say bye to you for a second. I'm going to chat with Brian for a second, then we're going to end this thing. So thank you again. I appreciate it.
Hey, say your Facebook DB Light Show page one more time, just so people catch it.
Facebook.com/Christmas Light Shows. Or if you search in the app, just look up DB Lights and it should pop right up.
Very cool.
All right. Well, thanks for having us. We'll see ya.
Thanks, Devon.
Well, that was a good one, huh?
That was. Finally got back to interviewing.
Back to
even
interviewing
with
people.
everything else going on. Did I just print that?
I don't know. I'm in
Okay.
office.
I know. I have to ask Elijah. He might have a
Like
double
my
copy.
sheet is like, tease the next episode. Well, guess what? I have no clue.
Who's the next episode?
Exactly.
Oh, is that?
I have no tease because
We'll find
we're
out
trying. We'll
next
figure it out.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah. So, we're going to try to do more of the interview things. If James is still watching, I want to interview James because I want to interview some of my friends that are also vendors that actually do a display. And James is a good one. He does a display on his house. He was on the light fight. He was doing a display for years before that. He's still doing a display. He would be a good person. I don't know if that's next week or what, but I'm just saying it. You know, Rob from PPD,
Throwing
he does
it
a
out
display. There. You know what I mean? He's talking about Florida Georgia Line with
Oh, is that it? Okay.
That's the one my son loves.
Okay.
You know, Robert from PPD does a display. He's been doing one for a long time. Still does
Well,
one.
him and Clyde both do displays.
Clyde still does. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's tons of vendors that do a display. And I want to talk to them about what they use and how they do it. And they've been around for a long time, knowing what's going up, you know? So, yeah, we're going to try to do that kind of stuff in the next episodes. And
we also have, help me out, Ohio Mini coming up, the SoCar Mini coming up, and then evidently the Southwest Mini coming up.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to reach out to Southwest. I don't think I've heard from them, but
about prizes. Yeah.
Yep.
The other thing too is why we were jumping Devon off to talk real quick is on the 20th is our first episode of Night School. And we're going to be covering audio and FM transmitters for your show. New updated version from Jason. And Bobby is the host of
Where's
Night
Bobby
School.
at? We should get Bobby back in here so we could talk about it.
We've already been talking for an hour.
Oh, has it been
People
an
want to
hour?
listen to us longer?
Wow. We still got 2 minutes. Hurry
Yeah.
up, Bobby. Well, one
Maybe-
minute. Wait a minute.
Maybe we'll jump in later this week and have a little like rundown for night school.
There you go.
You know? So but yeah, join us Sunday night for night school. We're going to be doing a little bit of teaching for everything possible under the sun for light shows. Well, not light shows, but just Christmas decorations.
There you go. And that's at 9 Eastern.
I believe so, sir.
Is that right? Bobby,
Um,
Bobby. See if he was here.
I know, or he can comment, but he's not. Even.
I'm waiting.
So, anyways,
He's eating dinner.
yeah. But that's it for us today. Thank you for watching all the way through. And we will see you next week. Oh, look at that. You got a chill.
I got my chill on today.
Yeah. And don't forget also, the X Lights merch now at J5, and also coming announced too. We're working on making the video for it, but the FPP official merch is also on J5. So get your merch. Yeah, all the proceeds go to FPP or X Lights, depending on what you buy. It helps give some money to the people that are working on this open source software, and helps make it worth people working on it. So,
Yep.
they do a lot of great work for this. Let's try to support them in a way, and check it out there.
Dave, I will find out more about it.
It is in Ontario, California.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Because Willie was asking about it too. He's the one that texted me, and I'm like, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah,
so.
it's a Southern California-ish, Ontario. But yeah, we'll have more info about that coming too. Maybe we'll get one of the guys that run it on here, talk about it.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, see you guys next week or later this week. We'll talk about night school, and then see you Sunday night for night school. So later, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks. Bye.
Yo, it's that time again. The Zeus Sasquatch Vacation Contest is live. Take our sticker somewhere awesome. Beach, mountains, Disney, a trash can, it doesn't matter. Just make it epic. Send your pick to Andy at MatosDesigns.com by August 5th for a shot at $1,000 in prizes. Let's see where the Matos crew ends up this summer. Now go get wild with it.